Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today we're going to talk about stretchy flats. I was asked, what is a stretchy flat? So today we're going to kind of break that down. First we're going to go over what is a flat, then we're going to go over what is a stretchy flat. We're going to go over the benefits of a stretchy flat and also some of the downsides to using stretchy flats. So let's get started. This will be kind of in the Jay Jabbers format, and if you're not familiar with Jay Jabbers, it's a little series that I do here on my channel where I talk about things from the cloth diapering community, and it's just kind of random. So if you're interested in me doing a Jay Jabbers on a specific subject, leave it down below and maybe I'll do it in the future. So first let's go over what is a flat cloth diaper. And a flat cloth diaper is literally just a single layer of fabric. That's it, just a huge chunk of fabric. The types of fabric used can vary depending on who's making it, but it's usually a big old rectangle or square. Most commonly in a square, but sometimes they shrink a little wonky, so they can become rectangles. And flats have such a vague definition that really a lot of things can be a flat diaper. So if you have things like receiving blankets, which are just these little swaddle blankets around your house, you can use these as flat diapers as well. So flat diapers are very versatile. A lot of things can be flat diapers. Even muslin swaddle blankets, those make great flat diapers as well. Though sometimes those are really large, so I've seen a lot of people just cut those in half and then use it as a diaper. Though it will leave some edges undone. It might unravel. So if you're handy, maybe you can sew up that edge, but yeah, you can really use a lot of different things as a flat cloth diaper. And so that brings me into what is a stretchy flat. So a stretchy flat is exactly just like a regular flat. This one is hand dyed, but the only difference between this and a regular flat is that this one is stretchy. Look at that. It's really soft. This one has a 4-way stretch, which means no matter which way you hold it, it will stretch. There are some out there that will only stretch 2 ways, but this is really, really stretchy. It has a 4-way stretch. And yeah, that's literally it. That's just what a stretchy flat is. Just a single layer of fabric that's stretchy. So this material on this side is really, really soft, and then the material on this side has tiny little loops. And this one is a French terry. There are some stretchy flats that are soft on both sides, and it's called a jersey material, but that's really neither here nor there. Generally speaking, stretchy flats are pretty soft. Not like a fuzzy blanket soft, but just like smooth, almost silky soft. So what are the benefits of a stretchy flat? I really think stretchy flats give a really good fit. So if you're someone who likes to wrap your flats around your baby, alright, this is so sloppy. So here's, oh my goodness. Please excuse how horrible this looks. Okay, so I have a origami fold right here. So I'd lay my baby here, fold it up, and bring the tabs over. And then this isn't waterproof, so I'd actually stick a waterproof diaper cover over this, and then that would be the diaper. I actually find that stretchy flats give a way better fit than just regular flat diapers because it stretches. So you can really stretch these wings out to pull it on your baby and get a nice tight fit around the legs. I mean, I'm telling you, nothing fits like a stretchy flat around the legs. Your baby got skinny legs, chunky legs, stretchy flats are amazing. All of my girls that I have cloth diapered have chunky legs, and so this always gave a nice gentle fit around them. You okay? So the nice, tight, gentle, yet soft and stretchy fit, I think, is a really big plus when it comes to stretchy flats. But that's if you're going to wrap it around your child. Now we will talk about the pad fold a little bit later because that's the fold that I personally use. Also, another pro to using stretchy flats is that they're more absorbent than a regular flat. So usually flats like this can hold about 7 to 8 ounces. On the other hand, stretchy flats can sometimes hold anywhere from like 13 ounces to like, I'm trying to think if it was a stretchy flat or if it was a pre-flat. But I remember seeing somewhere that a stretchy flat held up to like 24, 27 ounces, something crazy like that, 24 to 27 ounces of fluid. So it's literally double, triple of what a regular flat could hold. And then the other plus to stretchy flats is that they're really soft. I really love how soft they are. This has to be really comfortable against the skin. The downside to stretchy flats is that they do shrink with high heat. So if you use high heat in your washer to wash your diapers, and if you use high heat in your dryer to dry your diapers, these are gonna continually shrink over time. And that really goes for any natural fiber, whether you're talking about pre-folds or flats. I find that specifically bamboo shrinks a lot. The flats that I have are a bamboo blend, and so over time they just keep shrinking. Some more than others, but when it comes to stretchy flats, you definitely have to be mindful of that. I haven't had too many issues with mine. Most of mine, like these, I've only had for a few months, but I guarantee after a few years, it's going to kind of warp it. Also, when you use high heat, this kind of loses its softness. I do find that stretchy flats lose their softness over time. There are ways to soften them up. I think it's Mrs. Meyer's fabric softener works on these. Now, you're not allowed to use fabric softeners with cloth diapers, but I'm pretty sure the Mrs. Meyer's fabric softener is plant-based, and so it's not going to cause your diapers to repel. Regular fabric softener actually just coats all of your fabric in like this oily material that's scented, and so everything smells really good, but it does absolutely nothing besides coat everything with like oil. Another downside to stretchy flats is that sometimes when they shrink kind of unevenly. I don't know if any of these are, but I'll check them real quick. This one isn't too bad. You see at the bottom, this edge right here doesn't line up perfectly, but that's not too bad. I've seen some, like some of my Nikki's diapers, regular flats, not non-stretchy flats. There's like a huge gap right here, so it, you know, it's shrink like this, which is just annoying, but yeah. Sometimes that can happen with the shrinkage, is that it becomes uneven in size. So now let's talk about the pad fold. This is how I use my stretchy flats. Very rarely do I wrap stretchy flats around my children because I'm lazy. I do think that having stretchy flats and pad folding them is a waste of the stretchiness of the diaper. I think the stretchiness of these diapers is one of the coolest things about them, which is one of the reasons why I love them so much. You're feeling better. But I do find stretchy flats to be incredibly absorbent. So even though I might not be using the stretchiness of this diaper, this thing is so absorbent, so I'm still able to use, you know, all of the absorbency. I still get all the benefits of the absorbency of this diaper without it being incredibly thick. I wouldn't say this is a really trim diaper, but you know, it's not too bad. Now I will say, if you have a jersey blend or if you're using a French terry, the French terry has a smooth side and then a rough side. This rough side is very similar to, not quite a towel, but kind of a towel-y type of texture, like, but just on a micro scale. Very small, because you know, towels, sometimes the material on towels is just really thick and fluffy, but this is very, 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 very thin. On the smooth side of this diaper, it doesn't really like to grab it, so I find that if you're using a French terry stretchy flat, that the looped side, it grabs onto the looped side very easily. But the bad thing about that, is, which might just happen right now, the snappy can actually pull some of these loops and make strings come out, just like a little looped string. So stretchy flats and snappies, even boingos, not my favorite, just because on one side it's hard for the snappy to grab, but on the other side it starts to pull up strings. So I actually like to use my bandy band with my stretchy flats. A bandy band is just this little Velcro thing. It's pretty cool. So you were to just wrap this flat around your child, and this kind of secures it in place, kind of like a belt, but it Velcros, if that makes sense. It's a pretty cool invention, very easy to use, and I definitely prefer my bandy band when it comes to stretchy flats because this isn't going to damage your flat. Another downside is that when you have flats with this little looped side, this terry side, sometimes poop is a little harder to get off of this side. Not that it's like completely cemented on, but it is a little harder to get off of this looped side, the side that's similar to a towel. It really, really holds on to poop on that side. So I find poop to be really easy to get off when it's on the smooth, soft side. So maybe if you're folding flats around your child, maybe just keep that in mind. If you have a jersey flat, that's smooth on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. But you'll know, once you get the flat in, you'll know. You'll know if it's smooth on both sides or if it's smooth on one side and then different on another, because this side's not smooth, but this side is. But yeah, that's all I could think of when it comes to what is a stretchy flat and the benefits and the downside to stretchy flats. If you guys have anything to add for newbies, leave it down below. I feel like my voice is shaky right now. I was trying to brainstorm of more reasons, but I couldn't really think of anything. I think the basis of a stretchy flat is just very simple. You know, it's a single layer of fabric, as all flats are, and it's just stretchy. And I love stretchy flats. These are definitely probably one of my favorite diapers in my stash. Just stretchy flats in general. And if you're on a budget, I actually have made a video about DIY stretchy flats. So stretchy flats that you can make from home. I'll link that video down below if you haven't seen it. Stretchy flats like this are pretty expensive. Well, especially this specifically because it's hand dyed. But usually these can cost anywhere from $15 to, I've seen, up to $45, depending on how it's dyed and the pattern that's on it. But alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.